Frances, you've done the hardest part, right? Talking about this after holding it in for all those years. Trust me, everything after this is going to be a lot easier.
I just promised myself I would never tell anybody. I swore. I started a whole new life. It was like I was reborn, and everything that happened back then, that belonged to Katerina, not Carly. I left that behind me, and I didn't want to have anything to do with it ever again. But then Isabella went into premature labor that night up at the mountain. We were looking for you. And I realized what I had worked so hard to bury, to put out of my mind and out of my life, it was coming back.
Carly, you said this had happened before.
I had little flashes of it before, but I was able to control it. But not this time. It was like it was all happening all over again. And Lawrence, my God, he was there. He was there.
Does Lawrence know?
No, I never told him. I didn't want him to know. Just the idea of having his child terrified me. I even thought of not going through with it.
What made you change your mind?
The first kick. I was in my 4th month by this point. And I could feel that baby moving inside of me. That's when it all became so real for me. It wasn't just Lawrence's baby. That was my baby. My baby growing inside of me. And I fell in love with that little only right on the spot. And I wanted him more than anything.
It was a boy.
It was a baby boy.
What?
I started having complications. Spotting and occasional contractions. Dr. Goddard said that I need special care, but the nuns weren't equipped to give it to me.
Where did you go?
To Vivian.
Alameda?
I know what you're thinking. If I didn't want Lawrence to know, why would I go to his aunt? But baby, you have to understand, she was my friend. She was like a mother to me in a lot of ways. She supported my decision to leave Lawrence. I knew I could trust her not to tell him about the baby. He still doesn't know about this baby.
So, what happened after you got to Vivian's?
I was about 7 months pregnant by then. The spotting was getting worse. And there were more and more contractions. Dr. Goddard gave me some medication to make them stop, and I thought they did. Until one day I woke up. Suddenly I had this terrible pain. It was a contraction, and it was the worst one I'd ever felt. And I knew that something was happening, something terrible. My baby was being born, and I knew that it was too early, but there just wasn't anything I could do to stop it.
It's okay. It's okay.
I was in labor for almost 20 hours. The rest of that morning, all afternoon and on into the night. All that time wondering if they could save my baby. I kept asking Dr. Goddard what was going on, but he would just look at me and tell me that everything was going to be all right. But I could tell just by looking at it that it wasn't going to be all right. And something was wrong. It was very, very wrong. When I felt the baby pushing, I felt it coming, and And I tried to stop it. I tried with all my might, but I couldn't do it. And I screamed for Dr. Goddard to do something to help me. I begged him. But he said that it was too late. That my baby was being born and he could already see the head. And then I heard him gasp. I heard him say, "Oh my God." And I said, "Dr. Goddard, what's wrong with my baby? Is he going to be okay?" And he didn't answer me. He didn't say anything to me. He just pulled out a needle and started to give me a shot. I wanted to know why. Because it didn't make any sense to me. Why would he give me a shot now that my baby's coming? He didn't say anything. He just started to give me the shot, and I fought him. I fought him so hard, but he held me down, and he gave me that shot. And then I just had to fight to stay awake. But it was like drowning. No matter how hard I struggled, the water just kept pulling me under. Look at me. There wasn't anything I could do. There wasn't anything I could do. I couldn't move.
What happened to the baby, Carly?
They said he was born hydrocephalic. Water on the brain. I live for them now.
I'm so sorry.
It couldn't be helped. That's what they said. That's what I told myself, anyway. But I couldn't help wondering if maybe it was something that I had done. Maybe I didn't take good care of myself when I was pregnant, or maybe this was just God's way of punishing me.
Carly, no. That's not it.
Why? But why? Why would I lose my baby? What other reason could there
Carly,
be?
there are a lot of reasons why people lose their children. You know that. You're a doctor.
All I knew then was that I wanted my baby and it was taken away from me. I never even got a chance to see him. I loved him so much.